Let's talk about another team that football fans expect a lot from. Let's talk about the Belgians now. The Belgian team, of course, big miss, Vincent Company. That's a big hole in that defense. Midfield attack, they're strong, but I'm struggling to see how they can cope without Vincent Company.
They will cope. They have some...
Maybe Thomas Vermaelen must step up.
I'm not sure he's the right person to step up because he's not had a good 1-2 years, playing active football.
Okay.
You get, but I'm sure I saw the highlights of their last friendly game. They have some decent unknown players in court. I can actually hold their own when it comes to defending. And I think that's what Belgium will stick with, and that's what the coach will stick with. So if you are missing the experience and the exposure in a Vincent Company, I think he has enough guys. Fellaini can play defense.
They are in a defensive crisis. You mentioned Company, but Company's not the only one out.
That was just a joke.
It's not the only one out. There's Lombards, the Zenit St. is out. Dedrick Boyata is also out. So you have to ask yourself, how do they feature? But also, don't forget, there's Toby Alderweireld and there's Jan Vertonghen. These are two guys.
Mean, when I thought of Vertonghen and the other guy I mentioned, both guys are left-footed, so it's not even going to work.
Yeah, but basically what happens is that one plays at left back, but the truth of the matter is that they are now left with 3 left-footed central defenders: Vermaelen, Toby,
it's because they play in top-flight leagues. I tell you, there are still some guys in the Belgian league.
Yeah,
that will put up a good show.
Do a decent job.
Yeah, they'll do a decent job, but Mark, we want us to go with what he trusts. See, sometimes what coaches go with is not your form, it's with the trust. That's what they do in Italy. Conte goes with who he trusts. Most coaches, Vidal Bosque, will go with whoever he trusts irrespective of form. He's trusted Pedro, that's why he's made him captain of the side. How good a season was Pedro's season with Chelsea last season? So I think what Macron wants to go with is trust. And that is Toby, Toby and Jan Vertonghen, probably in the middle, and play Thomas Vermaelen from the left. I know that it can be very, very tricky, playing two left side and left-footed defenders in central defense. But they can always find a way to work things out by making up for it with the monstrous attack they have. They have fantastic players going forward. And they remain dark horses. Well, at a point in time, they were number 1 in the world. And I asked myself, you need to provide something to back your claims as number 1 in the world. Maybe the Euro 2016 is a perfect time for them, but you can't deny the fact that the loss of Vincent Company is a big one for them.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the host before we go on a break. What will be on their mind is not the Blues winning the tournament, is how to keep tourists, fans, and everyone safe while the tournament is going on. It's a bad position to be in.
Bad position, but I think they can pull it off. 90,000 security personnel will be on ground.
Deployed.
90,000.
That's huge.
That's huge.
In some venues, no alcohol, 24 hours to a game.
I mean,
that's how serious.
That's how serious this is. They just want the fans, the tourists to come in, enjoy the football fiesta, and go home in peace.
Don't act funny.
Don't act funny. Don't play pranks. You get. I think they can pull it off. Just for a month, if they can successfully run the French Ligue 1, till the end. There's Roland Garros currently on. No issues. We had the Monaco Grand Prix over the weekend. I think they can pull it off. I'm hoping they can.
Well, they'll also be focusing on winning. Remember, every time they've hosted a tournament, they've won. France 98, Euro 2000. They want to continue that tradition. Benzema might not be there, but Olivier Giroud has, to an extent, proved himself, although the fans still don't love him. He scored 5 and 6. He's got a fantastic goal ratio. He's the top scorer for France this year. But I think the wow factor, the X factor for France, is the man they call Dimitri Payet. That guy is just something else. That guy has scored 6 out of his 24 free kicks in 2016. That's 24% conversion rate. Messi, Ronaldo don't come near those stats. And with him, that means there's a fair factor when it comes to set pieces. And that's an exciting...
dead ball situations.
Yeah, that's an exciting... But France's problem right now is the defense. They're handicapped. Emerick Laporte, the Sacco is out.
Yeah, Mamadou Sakho might be
brought. They won't bring him back.
If he gets a favorable decision,
His decision has been made already.
No, because UEFA said, look, we're not going to extend the
I mean,
provisional ban.
if he gets
the nod from
the favorable nod, from Didier
Coach
Deschamps.
Deschamps has even said he won't bring him back, irrespective of whatever happens with UEFA, and that's a big blow. Because
And that's where Deschamps.
And that takes us
personally, I think he takes some rash decisions at times.
decision making.
His decision making is very,
and that
very
takes us back to the issue. Remember, we talked about Belgium having left-footed defenders. Now that's the problem with France. France have got the likes of Koscielny, Aderami, Umtiti.
Rami made a whole lot of mistakes yesterday.
And these are left-footed defenders. Sako is right-footed. I think he has to bring Sako back, but he's so stubborn on that. We saw them yesterday.
Yeah.
They were in their 6th and 7th.
Especially for Rami.
Yeah, Cameroon picked them apart. Rami even had to admit that he had a bad game.
That he had a bad game.
But they have to sort themselves out defensively. It's a big blow they have with defenders falling like a pack of cats injured.
Okay, that's been our preview. We'll continue to do that as the tournament approaches. Talking about the 2016 European Championships and, of course, the Copa America Centenario. Let's go on a break now. We'll shift our focus, shift attention to the 2016 Rio Olympics. Let's allow you listening to the World Health Organization justifying their reasons for not shifting the timeline for the Olympics.
WHO does not have a formal relationship with the International Olympic Committee. In the past, we've had MOUs or Memorandum of Understanding wherein we agree to promote good health, to promote physical activity, to reduce the risk of diseases like hypertension and diabetes and the like. When it comes to Olympic Games, we don't actually work at that level. We work with the local organizing committee through a task force on public health to make sure that they are prepared to manage the consequences of having hundreds of thousands of people in a very small area to participate in or observe an Olympic Games. And that's a very different thing, which is done through the local organizing committee and, in the case of Brazil, with the government of Brazil.
All right, so some justification there for the Olympics, for the timing of the Olympics to remain the way it is. All right, guys, let's talk about Germany. Not football this time, but Olympics. The Germans are saying, look, we're clean, and we want to prove to everyone that we're clean. All the athletes will be tested before the Olympics, and they're going to go through a lot of rigorous tests, a lot of scrutiny. That's what the Germans are saying. And a lot of people are saying, rightly so, because you are the ones pointing. You started it. You are the ones pointing fingers at people. But I don't know. Are we ever going to get a German caught in this web?
Have they been cleaned from inception?
Well,
that's the question.
It's a big question.
Big question.
But I think they want to do it themselves, and they want to ensure that all their athletes go through all of that scrutiny. But I think it's a bold move, Wale. I don't know if you agree. It's a bold move. It's not as if they're trying to save face. They've not. None of the athletes has been naming anything of recent.
I think Germany has got a decent record when it comes to
doping.
Sports and doping. They've always found a way to be clean. Let me use that. That's
a way to be clean.
Because you don't know if this one is clean or clean. But it's a nice move that guarantees them that there won't be any issues with doping during the games.
So they can sort it out by themselves.
But how many times have we had, athletes being clean even before games, and you find out that after the games they have doped? So, but I understand the fact that they are taking.
They don't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah, they want to take measures.
We discovered ourselves. We deal with it internally.
But the World Health Organization is still saying that they want the Olympics to go on, irrespective of the Zika virus. What they are just saying is that every athlete coming to Brazil, just make sure that you've got mosquito repellents and also you practice safe sex. That is just the basics.
Just to add to what Wale said, Australia says they're giving out specially designed condoms for our athletes, for its own athletes.
So it just shows that people want to come.
South Korea, their kits will be repellent, specially crafted as well, for their athletes. I think about 450,000 condoms will be. That's the largest, really. And it's just because we all know what Zika virus does, mosquito-borne disease, and if it gets to affect anyone,
stop the transmission.
Yeah, if it gets to affect anyone, it affects babies, the oncoming babies. So it's something that they're really taking seriously. And I feel anybody that goes to the Olympics, hey, how do they say it now?
You're on your own.
You're on your own.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think that's how we have to wrap things up on the show tonight. It was nice having you guys around. Thank you, Wale. Thank you, Rotimi. We will be able to do this again soon, especially now that Copa America and the European Championships fast approaching. Well, that's how we wrap things up on the show. We'll do this again tomorrow. We'll bring the midweek edition of Sports Tonight to you. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.